Maestro Gaming presents a wobbly wagon wheel production about a nomad man. That man is the Gypsy King.
Okay, ladies and gents, welcome back to another Maestro Game production, and as you can see, we are here in my bedroom. Not my actual bedroom, of course, but my bedroom here in the B&B here in Belgium. So, it is about a 10 or 15 minute-ish walk from here to the stadium of our new destination. So, I'm going to take this short little stroll over there, sign on. Of course, I will show you guys the contract signing, and then we shall have a little look around the area. So without further ado, let's head on over and I will see you fine folks there in just a second. Breaking news, ladies and gentlemen! KV Red Star Westland Sports Kring Beveren Higher Fury! Now that is one heck of a mouthful, but this is our new home for today and well the next few episodes. So Westland Beveren have today confirmed the appointment of Not Tyson Fury as the club's new manager. Eyebrows have been raised in the world of football at the appointment of the 34-year-old. Who has recently spent time away from club football. Now, we both know that's an issue due to the way I do this, but yes, we know we haven't been away from club football. We have been saving many clubs, except for one, which we shall not be mentioning. But, as he is sure to face plenty of questions when he faces the media for the first time at Freefield, or Freefield, as I'm probably going to end up calling it, Fury has put pen to paper on a 2-year deal worth £8,000 per week. As you know, I'm only going to have about 6 months of that, but not a bad little contract indeed. Now, he replaces previous manager Arnaud Mercier, who I want to insist is French, but he's probably not. Fury lacks the reputation of a survival specialist. That's also a lie. Which, given the club's current ambitions, creates an intriguing dynamic, as they intend to retain their place in the division. Westland Beveren are currently 2 points from safety, with a game in hand on relegation rivals Zoltan Warjan. Westland Beveren even, have only won 1 of their last 5 games in the league. And, well, that slight discrepancy in terms of games comes simply because of the way I do it. I set it at the start of the transfer window, so occasionally we will have issues here where we have a game in hand and possibly can jump straight out of the relegation zone. But we are currently bottom of the league and that is the way this is working. So reputation is 2.5 star and we have Det Peak as our director of football. Assistant manager is also Det. We have a bit of a Det theme going on. Det Gerard. And, well, our club history is founded in 1936. KV Red Star Westland Sport Kring Beveren are a professional Belgian club currently playing in the Belgium Pro League A. Westland Beveren narrowly avoided relegation from the Pro League last season. Now, I believe this club is a merger of 2 teams who are then sharing a ground of another club which I believe was dissolved. Don't quote me on that, but I believe that is the origins of this particular team. Now, the club play their home game at Freefield, as I'm going to call it, and possess average training facilities and average youth facilities. The Westland Beveren reserve team play at the Puyongbeek Stadion, whilst the youth team plays at the Freefield, which I found rather weird. I don't know how we'll let in the youths play on our pitch, but not the reserves. The club has also got adequate academy coaching and an adequate youth recruitment network. The club refrains a fierce rivalry with Sporting Lokeren as a club which is currently enjoying its best ever spell of success. Their last competition win is as recent of 2021. Westland Beveren are a club with a growing history. Westland Beveren won the Belgium second tier for the only time in 2021 and finished runners up once. Won the Belgium third tier for the only time in 2004 and won the Belgium sixth tier for the only time in 2000. So very recently we've been a growing club. We've been around for a while. We've been around for like 90-ish years and well we are finally starting to get our way up the league in the past 20 or so. So as you can see we might be retaining our previous formation, our lovely flying V. because they seem to like it. We will, of course, be checking out what players we have. Potentially, we might have an attacking mid we can use and then go for a bit more up the gut. But we'll see what we've got and work with what we've got. As you can see, we have one transfer obligation. That is a 250,000 transfer out to Millwall. Hopefully not a key man, because we can't be losing any players when we are bottom of the league. The club vision, though, play entertaining football. Well, we always try and play entertaining football round here. Sign players under the age of 22. Now, that's one we're probably not going to stick to. I don't care if they're 22 or 32. If they keep the club up, that is our job done. Now, the 5-year plan. Ongoing, work within a wage budget. We always work within the wage budget. End of current season, Pro League A. Avoid finishing bottom of the league. Now, that should be all good for us. I do believe they have a game against the league below. Very similar to the Scotland situation, where they'll play the top or second in the league below. So we really don't want to be in the bottom two, but if we are second from bottom, we can at least play our way out of it. We then have the Belgium Cup, reach the 7th round. Now, I have no idea what the previous manager has managed to do thus far in that. He could have already screwed it up for all I know. But I'm going to arrange these. I will do all that messy stuff off camera. All we need to do is find out how bad the situation is and how solid the squad is. So, in the league, as you can see, we've got that game in hand. We are 2 points away. So we do need to win it. That would take us... We probably won't get to 14th. That goal difference is a bit much to get over. But we could climb out of the relegation zone if we win our game in hand. Now, who is our game in hand against? That is the question. So, our next game is today. So, actually, we've got a game today and we've got a game in 3 days' time. So, I don't think we're going to get any transfers done today. I think that will have to wait till next week's episodes. But the real question is, what do we have to spend? And we've got a solid 6 million. That is workable. We also have 5 grand in wage. Now, I might be able to talk the board into giving us a little bit more. Who knows? I will attempt it, of course. But that is for another time. For now, we shall have a little look around the area. So let's head to my office and I'll see you fine folks there in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, we are finally in my office here looking at Google Maps. And, well, as you can see on the right-hand side of my screen, that is where I was staying in the B&B. £115 per night if you are interested. Then on the left-hand side is our stadium. Like I said, pretty much 15-minute walk if you take the more direct route and just turn right up here, go down, turn right again, and you are at the entrance. So I will take you on that nice little walk in just a second. But first of all, let's see what else is in the area. So as you can see, where the B&B is, well, there is plenty of shops. So you know what, let's go for a little walk down there. We shall drop onto the side road, because that should make it a little bit easier to navigate our way around. I will try and figure out which direction I'm actually facing, because this is a midst of lots of little roads. I believe that's the side road I can't go down. Yep, that's the side one we can't go down. Well, there's plenty of shops down there, as you can see. We have all our banking and shopping over there. We then have a few here on the front, which we magically phased through that van. We have standard... What is this? Standard Bokhango. Bookshop, I'm assuming. So we have a bookshop very nearby. Don't think the clothing shop is particularly for our range. They look a little bit small for us, I must say. But I guess we can take one and wear it like a belly top. We then have plenty of shops on there. Unfortunately, we cannot drive along that way. And we have a nice little cafe just over here. But I'm going to take us over to where our stadium is. So let's get back over here onto the main road and get down to where our B&B currently is. So as we head on down here, which shouldn't be too far. In fact, I can't remember exactly where it is, but we've got another cafe here. So that is always nice. Plenty of places to just sit out and enjoy the location. Okay, so this gate, this beautiful building, I believe over to the left-hand side is where the bed and breakfast element is. So we go down this long road and we take the first right turning off. So past all of this, nice little area by the way. It's a bit bland for my liking, I must say, but it's not the worst place I've ever seen. So if we head on down here, apparently this part is completely censored. I don't remember that house being censored when I walked by it, but of course for Google Map purposes it has been censored. We of course have a skate park for when we like to work out. As you can see though, we are very much within the housing element of this place. So let's just head on over here. Now, I can't quite remember which way it was. I think... Do we head up here? This doesn't seem right, but will this take us the right way? We shall find out. I want to say I headed this way. Ah, yes. Past the men's clothing outlets. We then cut through here, I believe. Now, this is where the side streets are definitely going to confuse me. We have Her Design My Van Rowan. We also have a nice Chinese takeaway. I think I might have taken a wrong turn though. This does seem like I've taken a bit of a wrong turn. Let me just have a little gander at the maps. In fact, that doesn't help me because, yeah, we've gone past where we need to be. We should have turned off a few streets back, so I'm going to just expand this out a little bit so you fine folks can see it along the bottom. As you can see, I've headed from here up to here, and instead of turning off right back here, so we are just going to move ourselves back a little bit. So let's just turn around. We are going to walk it. We don't want to get this wrong. So, don't want to turn off right there. We want to turn off on the next. I want to see where I messed up. So let's go all the way down. So down here. And okay, so where this crossing is, I think it's where I took this right. I shouldn't have taken the right. I should have taken the left. That was my mistake. But now we know what's over there. We know there is a nice little area over that way. So instead, we shall turn left, which is down this way. And hopefully I should be able to navigate our way to the stadium without the aid of the map. So let's head on down here through the houses, which looks a lot more like I remember from my journey. We shall head on down. And we are at the bottom of this road. Now, again, it's trying to confuse me, isn't it? By having really awkward little side streets. So, let's just pull up the map again, so I don't get completely confused. So we need to hook a left here. Okay, so hooking a left. That's all good. Now, we just need to head straight down. I remember this part pretty well. Also, what was that a sign for? I swear that said zoo. Okay. I don't know what I was reading. That's definitely nothing to do with a zoo. I don't know where I got zoo from, but my brain is going somewhere else right now. As you can see, there is a little bit of redevelopment, and hopefully this house is up for sale, because I would not mind moving in there, because it is pretty well situated near our stadium. In fact, looks like we have some houses up for sale here, or at least to let. Unfortunately, I cannot read that. We also have what I'm assuming is a rehabilitation centre across the way. Not sure what sort of rehabilitation, but that is over there. We shall head on down the road, and this is like a maze, I must say. So it's saying the football ground's actually back there. Did I somehow manage to miss the football ground? That is probably likely for me. So let's go down here. I feel like I need to turn off to the left. I feel like we haven't gone far enough. And I am correct. We had not turned off. Okay, so I'm really lost at the moment. Instead of hooking a left, I think I should have hooked a right. I think. Although it's not letting me down that way. So that, yeah, it's telling me to go that way for the football ground. Ah, there we go. Google. It's Google messing with me, folks. It's Google messing with me. Of course. So, you want me to go down here? I don't quite remember going down here, although I do love these buildings. They are actually quite nice. Go through the tree line, and as you can see, this is the alternate entrance. There is an entrance here. So I believe the entrance which I was acquainted with is actually over this side, right in between the houses. So as you can see, it kind of looks a bit like a garage. So if we just turn around, that is the entrance I remember, this lovely curved entrance, which it needs a bit of a clean up, I must say. But that is the entrance I remember. So I'm going to head on inside. I will introduce you to some of our players, mainly the ones who are going to be playing in today's game. And I'll see you fine folks for the kickoff in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, before we get into our first game and what I can assume is going to be a bit of a beating from Club Bruges, we are going to have a nice little look at our current starting squad. And well, we have quite the talented team, I must say. As you can see, we have a 3-star goalkeeper in Lucas Picard, even. I don't know why I would say Picard, but Picard. He is a solid little goalkeeper. Unfortunately, we do lack a little bit of depth in that sense. So if I just pull up our goalkeepers, we have 2. We're supposed to have 3 registered. I do have 1 on his way who will hopefully be better than both of these. If not, well, I might have to not sign him. But he looks like a decent goalkeeper. We'll see if that transfer comes in. Probably next episode is when that shall be happening. Same with most of the transfers. I have 2 or 3 different guys I'm looking at. So hopefully some of them come in for the next episode. If not the episode after, they should definitely be coming in. But here is our defense, as you can see. Again, we've got some decent defenders. Very strong on the right-hand side. We're a bit too strong on this right-hand side, as you can see. He can play all the way up the wing, Lopez. And the same goes for... yeah, I'm not going to try this guy name. Shrevers? Yeah, Shrevers, I want to say. He can play all the way up. He can also play in this defensive mid and central midfield role, which is very good. He is very versatile and is only 25 years old. So, nice solid player there. We then have Vucevic, nice solid left back. So, I don't see us making any alterations, definitely to the right-hand side. We're covered there, got 2 players. Vucevic is solid. Now, in terms of Vucevic's backups, I believe we don't have a whole... like, these 3 can play, though. He is decent, I suppose. 3-star, 4-star potential. I guess we can settle for our wing-backs. Like I said, I want to strengthen that goalkeeping role. In defence, it's very much the centre-backs. As you can see, he is a solid centre-back. He is 3 stars. Unfortunately, though, he doesn't really like to be defensive. He's more of a stopper. Although, as you can see from his statistics, he's not a bad little player as defensive mid anyways. We then have Corfries. Now, there's a little bit of an issue when it comes to centre backs, as I'll just quickly pull up here. We have 3 different players who could have started in these 2 spots, because Gamboa is also a very solid player. So I ended up going with these 2. I might end up bringing Gamboa in at some point. He's been solid in his recent games, but if you go off how well they've been doing all season, he has been the worst of the 3 performers. So he is currently starting off from the bench. So that is our depth up to that point. That gives us our backup defense and our goalkeepers. Now, in terms of midfield, we only really had this guy as our option for defensive mid. He is the best one available. Of course, Tishabola, who we are playing in central midfield at the moment, he's on his way out soon. He's going to Millwall. And what a miss he's going to be. 3.5 stars. He's one of our best players. And, well, look at that. He's valued at 325 grand, and the old manager sold him, or was it 250? No, we bought him for 250. I swear he's going for 250. Right, let's go to transfers. As you can see, got a few different offers in. Some of these are from me, some are what the previous manager did. There we go. 250 could rise to 400k. So, we're not going to make a whole lot of profit on him. We are either going to break even and sell him under his value, or make a tiny bit of profit. And yeah, not the greatest sale. Personally, if I could stop that, I would stop that. But we are looking at alternatives. I believe the belt guy you will have seen on the previous screen, he's the guy I'm looking to bring in that spot to cover his departure. So, alongside him in central midfield, we have Bizimana. Bizimana is going to be our box-to-box midfielder. He's a solid little player also. As you can see, none of his statistics are looking too bad at all. We then have a few different players. So, Lulik is our backup sitting on the bench. He is mainly a central midfielder, but he can play in that attacking midfield role. As you can see, we are very versatile in that sense. Our players can play pretty much anywhere across the board. We then have Jubitana. Now, in terms of that attacking midfield role, Jubitana has gone and forced us from using a wing system to playing down the middle. I thought he was a bit too good to be wasting. So we are going for this approach, play down the gut, and well, as you can see, he's a solid player. Attacking mid, can also play as a shadow striker, but we're going to use him as an attacking mid in that supporting role behind the strikers. He's 3.5 star, 4 star potential, and well, he is solid. Player likes to try kill balls often, killer balls even. So nice little player. I like that trait in that particular position, and that should work out quite nicely. Now, moving up to the attackers, we have Milosevic and Forte. As you can see, they are set in their ideal positions. He is a target man, solid, love that jumping reach, 16, solid, heading of 13, so nice little target man up there. We then have Milosevic. He is Montenegrin. He's 4 star, 4 star potential, so he's reached his potential. He's in his prime, 26 years old, deep playing forward, can do it solidly. Amazing technique on this individual. And well, he is quite the player. Been around for quite a while, and he is solid. Hasn't been scoring as much as he probably should. He's got 3 goals under the previous manager, but under our tutelage, he'll hopefully do a little better. Sula, of course, is our backup on the bench. He is a poacher, although, as you can see, he's versatile. He can play in that deep lying forward position if needed. In fact, yeah, he can even play as a target man. Not great on the whole strength, bit of a wimp, but he would do as a backup in that sense. So, up front, we're not too weak. I would like to get another striker in, just add a little bit more depth. The thing we need to focus on, though, is this homegrown status. With 6, we're currently 8 of 6, 7 of 2, so we're very solid on this side, which is trained in Belgium. So I don't have to worry about trained in Belgium so much. Develops. Okay. So the bottom one we definitely need to focus on. Top, not so much. Oh, no, sorry. You get what I'm saying. Bottom part we don't need to focus on so much because we've got plenty of room. Top one we do need to pay a little bit of attention to. So, with that all said, this is our team for today. Now, we do have a few little knocks. So some of these players might not make it into the second game, but we're playing Club Brugge. We have to play our best team, so all the best players are in. That means Pirard, who I'm going to keep wanting to say Picard, but Pirard is starting. Now, he currently has 2 days left of his injury. Not sure what's up. He has a broken finger. That's probably not the greatest injury to have our goalkeeper playing with, but yes. He's going to be playing with a bit of a broken finger. Probably going to aggravate that, and he's going to be out for a while. But Kubasic is also carrying a knock, our defensive midfielder. Now, what is up with him? He has a tight thigh for 1 more day. So, probably going to have to give him a massage at half time, give him one before the game, and maybe some to his legs too. But Jubitana, our key men in these key roles are a little bit battered. He has a tight hamstring, yet another guy I'm going to have to give massages to. So, looks like I'm going to be giving the team a bit of a rub down before these matches, which, I don't know. Take that as you wish, ladies and gents. Alexis, also on the bench. He has a twisted ankle, so, yeah, that's not great. And Sula has a hamstring strain. But besides those guys, there's no one else with a knock that I believe, so it's not too bad. And if we go to set pieces rather quickly, we're decent on the long throws. Now this guy is sitting on the bench. That's in case we swap to go into a wide system. If the narrow thing isn't working, we will go back to that flying V. Now, free kicks, again, we have great depth, and on corners we have decent depth too. But that's enough rambling from me. Let's get into the stadium and play this game against Club Brugge. Okay, ladies and gents, it is kickoff time in our first game of today's episode, and as you can see, Lulik has had to come into the starting lineup because unfortunately that transfer did come in before the game had started, and thus he's not going to have one final game for us. So Lulik comes in. That means Gahor Bani comes on the bench. But without further ado, let's go meet our assistant and see what he has to say. So, Mr. Dirk Gerard. Now, I don't know if I'm going to start referring to him as Dirk or Gerard, but Dirk thinks we should remind the players there's no real pressure on them here, and I mean, we're expected to lose. We're expected to probably get hammered, even though we're at home. So, assertively, do we have a revenge team talk? Of course we have a revenge team talk. A passionate revenge team talk. We owe them! After what happened last match, go out there and get revenge. And although they can't understand a single word I'm saying, it's motivated them. An angry Englishman coming in and not being able to speak a word of Dutch has managed to motivate pretty much the entire team, other than Shrevers, who I'm going to struggle to say his name the entire time we are here. But you're about to take charge of your first match as Wasland Beveren's manager. Can you sum up your feelings on an occasion like this? Well, Marcel Fontaine of the Belgium Football Reviewer, an enthusiastic fellow who is indifferent about us, it's a special day. I can't wait to get started in this wonderful job. So, it's not the best weather for football out there. Well, that goes in our favour since we are the underdogs. How do you think conditions will affect your performance? My players can adapt. Yeah, like ducks. It was a while ago, but Wasland Bavaria actually suffered defeat the last time they played Club Brugge. Well, that... there's been some elements of doubt there. I don't think so. We're professional enough to approach this fixture in the same way as any other. So, with Tishbola departing, many have suggested that you may hand more opportunities to some of the club's younger players, such as Noah with his arc. Considering today's a rainy day, that's not a bad idea. Is there something you are likely to do? And the opportunity is there for anyone. Yeah, if they can show they can step up. I don't know why I wouldn't, but I'm not going to go out and do it from the off. The transfer window is open once again, bringing in speculation of the plans. Will there be any deals in the coming weeks? Well, if we are to stay up, probably. I am always working to improve the squad, and some new signings are likely. On the off chance any agents are out there, defense. Defense is probably our main focus. Considering the influence of Tishbola out in the dressing room, are there fears the club that will departure in significant harm to the atmosphere? He's not the first place to leave on our watch, nor will he be the last. There won't be any problems, I assure you of that. Our team can deal without him, although we do wish he didn't go. As the lowest scorers in the Pro League A, what are you doing to improve our... we're looking at every tactical change. Yada, yada, yada. I've literally just got in the door. Really starting off with a rough bunch of questions. We are versing one of the better teams in the league. We are conceding 10 minutes in through our goalkeeper pushing it into the net. I'm not sure if that's down to Pirad's uselessness or if that's just because of his dodgy finger. I don't know which finger he's broken, so I don't know how much I can put that down to his finger. If that's his pinky, for instance, he should still be holding that ball. He's got plenty of opportunities to hold that ball, but if it's his middle finger, I guess I can excuse him hitting his hand and it going in. But enough about that. Let's try and bring something out of this. As Jason comes down the right-hand side for Club Brugge. Someone get a tackle in maybe? No. We're just going to allow him to cross the ball and get a second. Well, there's going to be no harm in going very attacking now, is there, ladies and gents? We may as well step it up and just go for broke at this point. As Jason gets a lovely cross, and they get a second. And, well, Kesselara is looking like getting a hat-trick in today's game. Jason whips another one in. Van Drog has his shot blocked, and we clear it up. It's now with Milcevic. Milcevic, can he get past his man? He doesn't at first, but he's got past him at second opportunity. Now can he whip in a cross? Lovely cross. Forte can't get onto it, and it's Jason once more gathering the ball and counter-attacking. But we have given a free kick away now in a deadly position. Jason, it is over the bar. Thank you, Jason. I appreciate you kicking it over the bar this time. Pirard, though, and it is out with Schwavers. Schwavers now cross-field ball. It's now with Lulik. Lulik, cross-field ball once more to Vukcevic. Vukcevic coming down this left-hand side. Can he get a cross in, or will he cut back inside? He stops, gets past his man, and plays it back to Jubitana. Jubitana just gives the ball away, though, and it is cleared up. And, well, Kickass is trying to kick our ass as he goes straight through our defence, and it's a save. Not sure what our central defender was doing there, though. Don't know if scissor kicking it out for a corner was the best thing he could have done. Well, he could have probably gave him a throw-in, if not just hoofed it up the pitch. But Amarab has got it back to their player, and Amarabat has it once more. Jason again on this right-hand side. It looks like they're focusing all their attacks down this right-hand side right now. Belanta, though, tries a cross-field ball over to this left-hand side where Belingoli has plenty of space to work with. Gets a cross in, back post, Vucevic, lovely header away, but not far enough. Amrabat sits on the edge of the area, collects it, hoops it into the goal, and gets his first goal of the season. I knew this was going to be a rough one. I didn't expect it to be this bad, though. This is awful. And, well, I'm going to tell the lads that. Show some passion. I hope you understand that. They do. You at least understand that I'm not pleased with this performance. So, Mignolet kicks it up, and it's incepted. Nice inception. Come on, at least get a goal. Get one goal, just so it's not too disappointing. Jason plays it into Toussaint. Toussaint dispossessed by Bizamana. Bizamana making a lovely run. Come on, Bizamana. Come on, Bizamana. Oh, Mignolet with the save. And I wonder if that's the Mignolet. Okay. That's rather disappointing. We can't even beat Mignolet. That is how low we are right now. So, we've had 3 shots to their 16, 2 on target to their 7, 10 fouls to their 6, 0 yellow cards to 1 yellow card, 57% possession to 43. So, on the whole foul front, probably going to have to do the same thing I did back in Chile. Get the guys to stop just diving in there and giving away free kicks. Now, Cole Fraze with a 6.8 is our best performer. He's got 2 shots blocked. And for them is De Ketelara with his 2 goals and a 9.1. Now, struggling for us is Schravers with a 6.4 and 1 mistake that led to a goal. And for them is Belingoli with his 6.7 and 0% crossing completion ratio. So, Dirt, what do you think? He thinks the performance was disappointing. Agreed. Assertively, that was absolutely terrible. Get out there, lads. Do a better job. Go at least give the fans something to be positive about, because that was pathetic. Show some passion. I don't care if you're anxious. You're making me mad. This is my first game here, and you're all being pathetic. So, step it up, or we shall be having a clearance sale in this transfer window. Don't make me sell all of you, because I will, and I will find replacements. Don't care if I have to replace you all with 30-plus-year-old men. If it means keeping this team up, I shall do it. But I've made no substitutes, and we have 8 minutes remaining. So that was smart. Milcevic, though, can come off. I guess Sulla can get some game time, since he's been complaining about that. Lopez can come on. And do we bring Ali on? You know what? Yeah, why not? Let's give Ali some time. Ali, get on. You can have a run out. And that is it for the rest of this game, ladies and gents. As Jason takes a last-minute free kick, and it goes wide. 3 minutes of additional time remains in today's game, but nothing comes within it, and they win 3-0 in the end. But we had 12 shots, not too bad. Unfortunately, though, they had 21. We had 6 on target in the end to their 9. 19 fouls, very big issue, to their 9. 3 yellow cards, 1 yellow card, 59% possession to 41. So, as you can see, Coffrays was our best performer with a 6.9 and no reason for it. So then, of course, was De Ketelera with his 2 goals and a 9.2. Struggling to perform was Jubitana with a 6.4 and no reason for it. Valanta for them with a 6.8 and 13 passes completed. So, of course, I made my managerial debut in the milestones. Pirard made his 100th career appearance for us, and Ali came on and made his debut. Not the best debut, but it could have gone worse, I guess. We didn't concede any when he came on the pitch. So, Dirt thinks we should tell the team that was disappointing. That was more than disappointing. That's unacceptable. No, that's a little harsh. I'm disappointed. That could have got us out of the relegation zone, but no. You guys rather just sit in the relegation zone, be cemented there by a 2-point gap. Now, they've got a lot of draws, the team above us. We have 1 more win. Unfortunately, though, they are on 9 draws, so that is keeping us from moving out. But that is it for our first game of today's episode. We are now going to try and play and get ourselves into the semi-finals of the Cup. So the Belgian Cup quarter-final match against KV Mechelen. So without further ado, I'm going to head on over to their stadium, probably make a few team changes. I'm definitely going to get the guys to stop diving in so much because we give away far too many fouls. But I will see you over at their stadium in just a second. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome to the AFAS Stadion. And well, as you can see from the stands behind me, and if I give you a quick little twirl around, you'll be able to see that it is almost kickoff time. So the stands are rather full ahead of today's kickoff. So I shall head to the dugout just behind me and we shall kick off today's game. Okay, ladies and gents, it is kickoff time in our second game of today's episode, the quarter-final of the Belgian Cup. And, well, we have a couple of new additions. Didn't expect them to get in this quickly, but we do. So, first of all, we have Abu Hanna. And if I can find my mouse cursor, I shall click him. So, Joel Abu Hanna. He's German, 24 years old. He's a centre-back valued at 1.6 million, 8 grand per week. He's 3.5 star, 4 star potential. Unfortunately, has not been capped for Germany, but as you can see, he is a very solid defender. Comes in at 6 foot, weighing 12 stone, 8 pounds. Likes to dive into tackles, which is a little bit of an issue considering our discipline. Brings ball out of defence. He's a left-footed player, and he's a solid left footer indeed. Now, his history. Well, he started at Bayern 04 and he was there for a good few years. Unfortunately, though, didn't get a chance to play. So he went to Kaiserslautern, where he joined their main team, played 11 games, went down to the second team, played 4 more, then went on a free transfer to Magdeburg, even. He then left them after 0 games, surprisingly, to go out on loan to Cologne. Well, he played 8 games there before then going to Zorya. And, well, he's been in Ukraine at Zorya for the past 4 seasons. And, well, he was quite the regular. First season, played 28 games, solid 7 average rating, dropped down to a 6.8, but he was playing about half of the games by that point. And then he dropped down to 10, got 7 games, but as you can see, we've made him a permanent addition for 1.4 million. No add-ons. We are all good on that front, and he is going to be a lovely addition to our defensive unit. Now, the other addition, he is in on loan, and that is Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt comes in at 3 stars, 3 star potentially 4. Again, solid little playmaker, as you can see. Not as good as the one we sold for 250 grand, but this guy can do a job, and that is why he is in on loan. Unfortunately, yet again, uncapped 21-year-old Dutchman. He has been at Zwolle for the past 3 seasons. Last year, or in fact, yeah, this season he's played 10 games, finally got to play some games, got an assist and a 6.5. Not the greatest of players, but hopefully he can perform a little bit better in our league. But before he gets a chance to perform in the league, we have a cup game to do. So without further ado, let's talk to the assistant. So Dirk thinks we should encourage the team by giving them a morale boost. So you know what? Passionately. Revenge! And again, revenge has gone down pretty darn well. Hopefully revenge with this team should actually be a bit more effective there. How useful is Schwaber's versatility when it comes to team selection? It's a bit of a Swiss Army knife. So, Pirard, fit enough? Is he fit enough to last the full match? Well, he lasted the full last match. I'm pretty confident in that. Given Joel Abel Hanna's lack of match fitness, how long can he last out there? I think he can last the entire match. How much of a boost is the hairy man's absence to your chance of winning? Well, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer of the St. Nicholas football paper, an enthusiastic fellow who is indifferent about us. I can't deny it makes things easier, but they have suitable replacements. And as you can see, as you saw in the previous segment, the stadium is rather full for today's game, so hopefully it'll be a great atmosphere for today's game, and hopefully we can take the spoilers away with us as we head back home. Now, I'm going to leave that off the pause bit, because as you see, it does the annoying pause on pause, but it is Ben, of all people, to take a free kick for them. Back post, lovely save by Pirard, though. This time he doesn't push it into his net, and he collects it nicely. Pirard, though, rolls it out. Corfries passes it up to Schwavers. Schwavers gets past Engelval. No? Yes? Yes. Plays over to Milcevic. Milcevic plays it back to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt's first touch, of course, here in our jersey. Vucevic. Vucevic coming down this left-hand side. Just plays it back, and it's now with Vanderbilt once more. Back to Kubasic. Kubasic to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt gets dispossessed, and it's with Engelval. Engelval on the counter-attack. Now with Tongui. Tongui gets a shot off, and it's a lovely save. Vucevic now just clears it out for a throw-in. And, well, they are fired up, and I think we should get our guys fired up too. Unfortunately, I don't know how they're going to react. I'm not sure on what their personality's like. So I think what we'll do is test out Demand more with 10 minutes remaining, and it went down nice. So we're all good. We can push this team a little bit when it comes to what we require of them. So that's nice to see. It is with Lemelsler, though, and he hoops it up, and it's now with Engelval. Engelval gets past his man, and Schwaber should have done a lot better in that situation. They've allowed the cross, and it's nodded in at the near post. Tagui. William Tagui, in fact, getting his first goal of the season. So, let's go very attacking. And so let's show some passion, because conceding right before half-time is not a good thing. That is not a good sign at all, especially against a team that we should be competitive against. And, well, they've had 9 shots to our 3, 6 on target to our 1, 5 fouls to our 11, 2 yellow cards, 3 yellow cards, 34% possession to our 66. I did forget to change the tactics, so I should probably tweak that so we don't give away too many fouls. Best performers was Tagui, of course, for them, with a 7.4 and 100% header-1 ratio, and Pirard for us with 4 saves held and a 6.8. That's not a good sign when we're 1-0 down. Struggling to perform, though, is Shoops for them with a 6.5, and Corfries for us with a 6.2, and 1 mistake that led to a goal. So, Dirk thinks we should give him a morale boost. I am going to give him a kick up the backside. It's time for everyone to dig deep. They are listening deeply. Great. Could have gone a lot better. So, the plan. I can't remember what I was doing. That's not a very good plan. So, I meant to... Oh, tactics. That's where I was going, isn't it, folks? We wanted to change the tactics. So, out of possession. We want the lads to stay on the feet. We're going for a standard line. Keep you high. In possession, we want to be playing very narrow. We want to pass standard, slightly higher tempo, focus through the middle. We want to play for some set pieces because we do have decent set piece takers, and that's very good if you're struggling side, to put it bluntly, with us. We're going to take wipe the ball off because I believe actually, no, we will. We'll wipe the ball off. Dribble less, be more expressive. No, be more disciplined. Want the lads to keep their discipline. I think that is pretty much it for our tactical alterations. So let's go back to the team talk page and head on into the pitch, where our team is not very good on the fitness. As you can see, they're struggling from the previous game. I should have probably swapped a few out, but I wanted to give it a good go in the cup as well. So I didn't fancy resting too many faces. Belt, though, gets it over to Vucevic. We are also going to remember to make substitutes a little earlier than 8 minutes from the end of the game. Hannah holds up the ball nicely for Kofries. Kofries holds up the ball and gets dispossessed by Tui. And, well, Tui's one-on-one with the goalkeeper and he's hit the post. And that is the last mistake he's going to have a chance to make. Gamboa is going to come on now because we can't be having him just standing there and being dispossessed. Juwitana, though, has been struggling. Lulik, how do you feel about being our cam? I think, in fact, no. Right, so you can play out on the right. Can anyone play out on the left? I mean, you can play out on the left and you don't particularly want to, though. You know what? Formation change, ladies and gents. Formation change. So, Milcevic, you can play up on your own. We are then going to swap out. Your role can go to deep lying, defensive mid. No, we want you to win some balls. We then want you over on the left-hand side. Lopez can come out on this right-hand side. Play him as a winger on support. You can be our inside forward on attack. And hopefully that alteration can help us get back into today's game. That, of course, has reset us to a balanced approach there, so let's go very attacking. And let's also tell the lads to show some passion, because this is rather pathetic. We want to get on their backs from the off, put them under pressure, and hopefully they can thrive under the pressure. So, Verif gets into Milicevic. Verif gets it back out to Schwavers. Belt to Lopez, back to Belt once more. Can Belt get a shot off? No, he plays it to Kubasic. Kubasic to Belt. It was a belter. Unfortunately, it wasn't on target, though. And, well, we have won a free kick. Shoops has gone and fouled us, and it is Verif to take the free kick. Verif. That man is amazing. Why are we playing with this down the middle approach? Looks like we are going to the wings, ladies and gents. I'm going to start looking at some wingers because Verif is a beast. And, well, I want to get him on that right-hand side. So, we are definitely going back to the flying V. That is sealed with that beautiful free kick. And Verif throws it into Belt. Belt back to Verif. Can we win another free kick? We know how deadly Verif is in this position. And he plays it to Schwavers. Now Kubasic, now to Verif. Back to Schwavers once more. Now with Belt. Oh, he's got plenty of space. Hits the defender. And the follow-up shot is wide. But we are at least making a good go of it now. Into the 80th minute as we hold on with our very attacking formation. And, well, on the statistics front, it has worked out. Until then. I spoke too soon. As Bonnie taps one in from the cross from Clyde. No, the cross was actually from Storm. I'm loving the name of their players. They have some very interesting player names, I must say. Storm, Bonnie. Who else do they have? Shoops, Engaval. There's some nice names on that team. But enough about their team names. We need to show some more passion. Win possession back. Vucevic, nice tackle. Gets the ball up. And come on, that's a foul on Milcevic. Get him off the pitch, ref. Come on, second yellow. Surely. Yes, come on. No, I forgot. Oh, yes it is. But it doesn't matter anyway. The game puzzled me. I thought it was doing the goofy thing where they get the yellow card beforehand, but no, it was a second yellow. Unfortunately, though, we didn't capitalise from it, and, well, they won in the end 2-1. They had 18 shots to our 9, 9 on target to our 3, 11 fouls to 16, 4 yellow cards to 6, 40% possession to our 60. There was some positives to take from that, though. We have seen how deadly the free kicks are from Verif. That is probably going to secure his place in the team. That does mean we are going to switch it up, and we was a bit more disciplined in that second half. So we are going to tell the lads stick off a little bit. We're going to tweak things, probably go a bit more like the second half tactics, and hopefully that works out going forward. But for the rest of this, the best performers were Tui, and he got a 7.6 for them. 100% header win ratio. Of course, that one headed goal in the first half. For us with Verif, with that one goal and an 8.1. It was a lovely goal, to be fair. Struggling to perform was Lamoni. He was the guy who gave us the free kick, I believe, with a 6.4. And for us, Jubitana, the guy who's probably going to get dropped from our team, with a 6.3. So, milestones. Raphael, for them, made his 250 appearance, and of course Hannah made his competitive debut for us. That means player of the match goes to Verif with that 8.1, and well, Dirk thinks we should tell the boys their effort was excellent. I think it was not at all. Assertively, I'm far from pleased with what I saw, and you, seriously Lopez, 6.4, and you're the one who's demoted. Whatever. I don't care. He's sitting on our bench, and worst case, I can just get rid of him. But anyways, that is it. We collect 11,740 for that game. So we made a little bit of cash, but unfortunately we have crashed out of the cup. So 2 points behind. Everyone is on 15, besides Standard on 16. Yeah, besides Standard. Oh, sorry. Standard and STVV, who are on 16 games. But I hope you enjoyed today's episode. Maybe not so much the results, because I sure as hell didn't enjoy those results. In the next episode, we shall be versing AA Ghent. Now, they are 4th in the league. It's a away game. It's going to be hard. But the more important one of the two, of course, is Zulta Wargem, who is directly above us. That is a home game. If we can win it, we'll swap places, and we should be all good. But I thank you all for watching today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you all have a lovely night, and goodbye.